Most riders think all bikes last about the same. Wrong. Consumer Reports surveyed over 11,000 motorcycle owners. Bikes from 2008 to 2014, they tracked failure rates over 4 years. BMW, 40% needed major repairs. That's German engineering for you. Yamaha came in at 11%, 1 in 10, and the gap only gets wider from there. Today we're ranking 13 motorcycles that don't just outlast your car, they outlast 2 or 3 cars. These aren't garage queens. These are daily riders, cross-country tourers, bikes that laugh at 6-figure odometers. The number 1 bike? Owners routinely cross 300,000 miles. Stick around unless you want to waste money on a bike that won't make it past 50,000. Let's get into it. Number 13, Yamaha XT250. Dual Sport, 70,000 miles plus, and that's conservative. The XT250 is boring. 16 horsepower from a 249 cubic centimeter air-cooled single, 2 valves, 5-speed transmission, fuel injection since 2013. It tops out around 73 miles per hour indicated, which is really 65 on GPS. But here's what matters. It gets 75 miles per gallon and refuses to break. Owner forums use 2 words repeatedly: stone reliable. One rider put it perfectly. 16 horsepower, but it gets 75 miles per gallon and will take you anywhere. Not fast, not powerful, but at 70,000 miles it still starts first kick, while more complex bikes are shopping for mechanics. The XT250 is essentially a modernized version of a bike Yamaha's been building since 1980. They didn't reinvent it because the formula works. Total Motorcycle calls it one of the longest-standing dual sport models in the industry. Simple, light, reliable. Air-cooled means no water pump to fail. Single cylinder means minimal moving parts. 2 valves mean easy maintenance. The reality? If you need to cross a continent slowly and cheaply, the XT250 will get you there. Then it'll do it again and again. Number 12, Suzuki DR650SE. Dual Sport, 100,000 miles documented. The DR650 is what happens when Suzuki builds something and says, good enough. They introduced this design in 1996. Nearly 30 years later, it's basically unchanged. Air-cooled 644 cubic centimeters single. Electric start, simple carb. That's it. Owner in Greece reports his friend has 100,000 miles on a 96 model, changed the cam chain at 50,000, replaced the base gasket. That's the maintenance list. DR Riders Forum consensus? The answer to this question is provided in one simple question: how well do you maintain it? One owner with 80,000 miles removed the chain guide when converting to 520 chain. Chain derailed, welded up the cases. Still running. Suzuki hasn't significantly updated the DR650 in 3 decades. Not because they're lazy, because riders keep buying them and riding them into 6 figures. The aftermarket supports it better than Suzuki does at this point. Parts are everywhere. Every mechanic knows how to work on it. The DR650 is agricultural, overbuilt, understressed, which is exactly why it lasts. Number 11, Kawasaki KLR650. Dual Sport / Adventure, 100,000 miles plus. Multiple documented examples. Owners nickname it the tractor. That's not an insult. One owner has 93,000 miles with only the doohickey mod needed. Another has 96,000, still running well. KLR650? Net Forum shows multiple examples approaching 100,000. The KLR's secret? It's boring and bulletproof. Single cylinder. Air-cooled, dead simple maintenance. The infamous doohickey cam chain tensioner is the only real weakness. $15 part, 1 hour of work, good for life. Here's the interesting part. Kawasaki discontinued the KLR in 2018. The outcry was so loud they brought it back in 2022. Why? Because adventure riders were keeping 30-year-old KLRs running rather than buying new bikes. That's a problem for sales, but great advertising for reliability. The KLR isn't fast. It isn't comfortable. It isn't fancy. But it's the cockroach of the motorcycle world. Nuclear war? the KLR will still be running. Number 10. Honda Shadow 750 Cruiser, 100,000 miles plus, common. Consumer Reports data shows cruisers have a 15% failure rate, lowest of any category. The Shadow 750 exemplifies why. Owner with 181,000 miles. Yes, it's reliable, it's a Honda. Another with 75,000. 75K plus, only oil changes, gear oil, battery once, tires once. The Shadow 750 uses liquid-cooled V-twin with shaft drive. Hydraulic valve adjustment, set it and forget it. Honda Shadow Forums member. My 96 Shadow 1100 with over 50,000 miles has never had any problems. Keep the oil changed and they're bulletproof. The Shadow uses the same basic engine architecture since 1983. Liquid-cooled narrow-angle V-twin with 3-valve heads. 4 decades of refinement. Honda didn't reinvent it because they got it right the first time. Multiple owners report daily commuting past 100,000 with routine maintenance only. The engine will outlast the frame. The transmission will outlast the paint. It's a Honda. It just works. Number 9. Yamaha V Star 650 and 1100 Cruiser, 100,000 miles plus. Consumer Reports gave Yamaha an 11% failure rate, best overall. The V Star lives up to that reputation. Owner with 100,000 miles on original rotors. Forums consistently say, typical Yamaha reliability, they'll last forever with oil changes. Air-cooled V-twin, shaft drive, ridiculously cheap to maintain. Starbike Forums member compared his V-Star to his retired Honda Civic. I retired my Civic at 356,000 miles. The V-Star is on the same path. The 1100 has hydraulic valves, no adjustment ever needed. The 650 uses traditional screw and lock nut, but on a relaxed schedule. Both are under stress for their displacement. Neither makes impressive power. Both run forever. The V-Star's main complaint? Oil filter location on the 1100 requires dropping the exhaust. That's it. That's the biggest gripe. When your worst problem is a 20-minute inconvenience every 6,000 miles, you've built a winner. Number 8. Honda CB 750, all generations. Standard/UJM, 100,000 miles without major problems. CB 750. Forum consensus is clear. 100,000-mile machines without major problems, as long as all maintenance and adjustments are kept up. Owner with 82,000 miles. The way the engine tranny pull and sound at 84,000 miles like new, I'm thinking that 110,000 is probable before any major surgery is needed. The CB 750 invented the universal Japanese motorcycle in 1969. Cycle World called it a masterpiece and highlighted Honda's painstaking durability testing. 50-plus years later, original 1973 models are still running. The Nighthawk 750 from 91 to 03 is particularly bulletproof. Liquid-cooled inline-4, 6-speed transmission, shaft drive, hydraulic valves, multiple examples past 100,000 miles. When the CB 750 launched at $1,495 in '69, it killed British motorcycles. Norton, Triumph, BSA couldn't compete with a bike that was faster, more reliable, and cheaper. Buy a 25-year-old Nighthawk for $3,000 today and ride it another decade. Number 7. Harley-Davidson Evolution Sportster Cruiser, 100,000 miles plus. Despite Harley's reputation, here's the weird one. Consumer Reports gave Harley-Davidson a 26% failure rate overall, but forums consistently use one word for Evo Sportsters: bulletproof. R/Sportster and Chop Cult users call them indestructible. The Evolution engine debuted in '86. Lighter than the Ironhead, cooler running, significantly fewer oil leaks, and it avoids all the twin-cam chain tensioner disasters that plagued later Harleys. Motor Biscuit investigation concluded, the Evolution engine Harley-Davidson Sportster is the most reliable used Harley you can buy. Multiple reports of trouble-free 100,000 miles with basic maintenance. Harley introduced the Evolution to save the company from bankruptcy in the 80s. It worked, not because of marketing, but because it was genuinely reliable. Then they replaced it with the twin cam in '99, and reliability went backward. The Evo was almost too good for Harley's service department revenue model. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Evolution Big Twin Cruiser, 100,000 miles plus, repeatedly documented. V-Twin forum users love this era. One owner with a stock 96 FLH, 120,000 miles, not a leak or problem. Gas, oil, plugs, tires, that's it. Late 92 and newer models with cage cam bearings are most reliable. The secret every Harley owner knows. Buy an Evo-powered bike from the 90s, upgrade the cam bearings for $10, ride forever. Forums consistently report 100,000-mile examples with standard maintenance only. Simple pushrod V-twin design. No complicated cam chain tensioners like the twin cam. No oil sumping issues. Just an air-cooled motor that makes power, leaks less than older Harleys, and runs until you get bored. When Harley introduced the twin cam in '99 to replace the Evo, they created an expensive disaster. Plastic cam chain tensioners that fail catastrophically. The Evo was bulletproof. The twin cam? Consumer reports won't even recommend them. Yet Harley markets the twin cam era as modern improvement. It's not. The Evo Big Twin from '84 to '99 is the sweet spot. Number 5. Kawasaki Ninja 650 and Z650. Sport/standard. 100,000 miles potential. Consumer reports gave Kawasaki a 15% failure rate. The Ninja 650's parallel twin design is understressed and reliable. Forums show 70 to 80,000 mile examples is common. Simple valve adjustment schedule. Budget parts everywhere. The Ninja 650's secret is being boring. Not enough power to hurt itself. Simple parallel twin producing 67 horsepower. No exotic materials, just works. Daily commuters pass 70,000 with zero drama. The chassis might rust before the engine quits. Kawasaki's ER6 parallel twin powers multiple models globally. The Ninja 650, the Z650, the Versys 650 adventure bike, the Vulcan S Cruiser, all the same basic engine. When you've got a winner, you milk it across every segment. This won't excite sport bike riders looking for 180 horsepower, but it'll still be running when those leader bikes are shopping for second engines at 30,000 miles. Number 4. Honda Shadow 1100 Ace and Sabre Cruiser, 100,000 miles plus. Anvil-level durability. The Shadow 1100 takes everything good about the 750 and adds more displacement. Owner with over 50,000 miles. Never had any problems. The Ace Tourer specifically gets praise as the finest motorcycle ever produced by Honda NA. Liquid-cooled 1100cc V-twin, shaft drive, hydraulic valves. The later models with the single-pin crank are smoother. The Sabre version has slightly lower gearing for better acceleration. Honda built the Shadow 1100 continuously from '85 to 2007. 22 years of production, multiple generations, all reliable. The worst complaint? You have to drop the front exhaust to change the oil filter unless you buy the spin-on adapter kit for $250. That's it. That's the maintenance headache. An optional oil filter relocation kit. When that's your biggest problem, you're looking at a bike that'll outlast your mortgage. Number 3. Suzuki V-Strom 650 Adventure, 100,000 miles plus documented. The V-Strom 650 uses Suzuki's SV650 V-twin engine in an adventure bike chassis. Consumer reports gave Suzuki a 12% failure rate. The V-Strom lives up to that number. Forums show 80 to 100,000 mile examples regularly. Liquid-cooled 645 cubic centimeters V-twin. Fuel injection. Chain drive but undersquare design means it's not highly stressed. The V-Strom makes about 70 horsepower and doesn't try to be a superbike, which means it lasts. Adventure riders love these for one reason. They're cheap to buy, cheap to maintain, and don't break. Not as capable off-road as a KLR, not as comfortable as a Goldwing, but somewhere in the middle, doing everything adequately and never asking for a mechanic. The V-Strom also benefits from massive aftermarket support and global parts availability. Breakdown in South America? You'll find parts. Breakdown in Southeast Asia? You'll find a mechanic who knows the bike. Number 2, Honda CB750 Nighthawk. Standard, 100,000 miles reliably. Consensus opinion. We already covered the CB750 generally at number 8. The Nighthawk deserves its own spot because it's specifically bulletproof. Owner on CB750 forum. Anecdotal evidence and general consensus is CB750. Nighthawks can reasonably be counted on to reliably be 100,000-mile bikes. Owner with 70,000 miles. Both have 70K plus, relatively trouble-free, adult touring miles. Another at 84,000. Engine tranny pull and sound at 84K miles like new. Thinking 110K probable before any major surgery needed, if even then. Liquid-cooled inline-4. Hydraulic valves, shaft drive. No chain maintenance, no valve adjustments, just oil changes and consumables. The Nighthawk is so reliable it's almost invisible. Owners don't post drama, they post mileage numbers. Honda built the Nighthawk as an entry-level bike priced under $4,000 new in the 90s. It was so over-engineered for that price point that owners keep them forever. Buy a 25-year-old Nighthawk with 50,000 miles today, ride it another 50,000. Used values barely depreciate because everyone knows their anvils. Number 1. Honda Goldwing GL1800 and GL1500. Touring, 250,000 to 400,000 miles plus. Multiple documented examples. This isn't close. The Goldwing treats 200,000 miles like break-in. Owner on Honda Goldwing forum. I would consider 89,000 miles as low mileage for a Honda Goldwing that was properly maintained. Another, taken care of. There is no reason these bikes shouldn't go 250,000 or more. Goldwing Owners Forum member. Friend has over 800,000 miles across multiple wings. Another, put 220,000 on my 2006, still ran like a top when totaled. GL1800 Riders Forum. Bought with 151,000, now at 160,000, runs like a top. Engine Patrol Research, 250,000 to 300,000 miles average, with instances of 400,000 plus. One owner documented 425,000 miles. That's not a typo. Goldwing Forums members routinely discuss buying wings with 100,000, 150,000 miles. Not because they're worried, because that's normal mileage. One owner sold his 81 with 112,000, would not have been worried to drive it across the US. The Goldwing's only real enemy isn't mechanical, it's plastic. After 20 years, the bodywork gets brittle. Owners fight cracks and replace fairings, while the engine and transmission laugh at 200,000 miles. As one forum member put it, the motors are just about bulletproof and the add-ons fixable. Honda's flat 6 engine in the GL1800 is liquid-cooled with radiator, water pump, thermostat. It's complex, it's heavy at over 900 pounds wet, and it routinely outlasts 2 complete cars. When people ask about high-mileage Goldwings, forums respond, "Mileage is of no concern to me, maintenance is." One owner with a 2001 at 162,000 ran like new. Another bought an 03 with 175,000, just ran over 180,000, very happy. The Goldwing doesn't just outlast your car, it outlasts 2 or 3 cars. While you're shopping for your second Honda Accord, Goldwing owners are still on their first bike, past 300,000 miles, wondering if they should finally change those fork seals. Here's what matters. Consumer Reports surveyed over 11,000 riders, tracking 12,300 bikes. The Japanese Big Four occupy every spot in the top 4 for reliability. Yamaha at 11%. Honda and Suzuki tied at 12%, Kawasaki at 15%. Compare that to BMW at 40%, Ducati at 33%, Harley's 26% average. 3 patterns emerge. Simplicity wins. Air-cooled beats liquid-cooled for longevity in most cases. Fewer electronics mean fewer failure points. Under-stressed engines last. None of these bikes make crazy power for displacement. The Gold Wing makes 118 horsepower from 1,833 cubic centimeters. That's relaxed. The KLR makes 40 from 650. Lazy engineering lasts. And owner commitment matters. Every bike here requires maintenance, but they reward that maintenance with another 50,000 miles. Your car might hit 200,000 if you're lucky and diligent. These motorcycles laugh at that number. They treat it as barely broken in. The Gold Wing will still be running when your car is headed to the crusher. If you want to see more bikes that refuse to die, check out my video. I'll never sell this bike. 15 motorcycles that last forever. It covers different angles on the same reliability theme, including some bikes that didn't quite make this list but still deserve recognition for extreme longevity.